Hello fans of Wheelchair Gang, Tharries here, and welcome back to another Doctor Who leak video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but someone's compiled a list of basically new leaks on the Doctor Who leak subreddit, so I thought, to hell with it, we're going to do this one last time. But do me a favour before we do get into the leaks, make sure you've subscribed. I'm trying to get to 10k by the end of the year. There's not long left of the year, don't know whether you've noticed this, we're almost at the end. We're about 60 subscribers away from 9k at the time I'm recording this, and I'd love it if we could get there by the end of the month so that I'd have enough time to basically have a crack at the big 10k. But with that said, let's get into the leaks. Claim 1. Plot info on Act 3 of Vanquishers, Series 13 finale. The following is a summary of a crucial scene in Act 3 of The Vanquishers. After retrieving the Matrix Master Key from ancient Gallifrey, the Doctor returns to the present version of the dystopian Gallifrey to retrieve the redacted fragments of the Matrix pertaining to the Division. When the Doctor does this, she is transported back to the same trial room in the War Games, where the second Doctor is told he must regenerate once again. We then see the Doctor transported back to the battled, scarred forest with a twisted house floating above it, so the place from War of the Sontarans. The Doctor is then thrust inside it, revealing it is to be the interior of a Time Lord Baron, similar to a TARDIS but cannot travel. Inside the Baron we see a circle of different species, all in the same dark uniform. We then see the Ruth Doctor appear before them, dressed in the second Doctor's outfit. When the Ruth Doctor examines herself, she sees the black tattoo of a snake on her arm. The others around her all show her the same tattoo. They inform her that due to her ability to defy insurmountable odds as the Doctor, she is to complete a task for them before she is sent to exile on Earth. She is to lead a task of Division agents to eliminate the Ravager threat presented by the Icon. Once they are defeated, the Doctor will be allowed to return to Earth. We are then transported to the temple once Swarm and Azura are defeated. We then see the head of the Division approach and inform the Doctor that she will be freed from the Division, but that she will have her memory and regeneration purged from her memory. But due to her allegiance, a new regeneration will be granted to recompense for this regeneration that she has served. We then see the Ruth Doctor back in her TARDIS with the second Doctor's clothes back on as the regeneration begins. We see her channel all of her energy left into bringing the snake tattoo onto her body as a way to remember who she once was. The regeneration completes as then we see the third Doctor fall out of the TARDIS. Okay, so there's quite a bit to unpack there, obviously. So this would imply that the Flux finale is going more in the Season 6P direction, more so than arguably the Lungbarrow or PRE-HARTNELL direction, which is very interesting. That would kind of be a retcon to what we saw in the Timeless Children, because it is kind of implied that the Morbius Doctors are PRE-HARTNELL, at least that's the implication, because you see a bunch of the Morbius Doctors after you see Hartnell in that little flashback, and then you see Ruth, which implies that Ruth is one of the earliest in the timeline, whereas this would imply that she is in between 2 and 3, as some people had speculated. Now, I can see some people saying that this is a bit too lore-heavy for Chris Chibnall to go with it, and all I would say to that is, the entirety of Flux, you have to have, like, almost an encyclopedic knowledge of Doctor Who lore to understand even what the hell's going on, and even if you do have that knowledge, you're not guaranteed to even necessarily know what it's doing. The one thing I will say that does sound a bit fanficky, though, is the whole part about, oh, the Ruth Doctor regenerates with a snake tattoo on her arm, because essentially, for those of you who weren't aware, when John Pertwee played the Doctor in the 1970s, he did so with a snake tattoo on his arm. And Doctor Who fans being Doctor Who fans, they decided there needed to be a workaround for this. So they basically said that when he was exiled by the Time Lords, they gave him that snake tattoo to recognise that he was an exiled member of Time Lord society. So these would kind of canonise that idea in a way, which would certainly be interesting, although, as I said, it just does feel a bit too indulgent in fanboyism. Claim 2, info on the remainder of the Flux storyline. Apparently, these are all sort of posted by the same few people. A division is unit. A synonym for a division is a unit. Note how they always call it division and not the division. This version of unit is very different to what we know, as it exists outside time during the Flux and has the sole aim of stopping the battle between space and time, preventing the collapse of everything. Vinder and Bell are the Doctor's parents, Aswok is Tectayun. The Flux has happened because of the Doctor, as Bell gives birth during the Flux. Aswok/Tectayun needs this to happen as the Flux causes the Doctor to develop regenerative power, therefore creating Gallifreyan society. Okay, so this would basically confirm a lot of the theories that people had that Aswok is Tectayun, which I think is the most likely. Vinder and Bell are the Doctor's parents, which I'm really not a fan of. I think that gives away way too much of the Doctor's lineage. and is really not that special of an answer in my opinion. Division being a synonym for unit is weird because unit's an Earth division and division themselves are stuff to do with the Time Lords, so I'm really unsure about this one frankly, but it's something different, I'll give them that. The idea of Aswok/Tecteun needing the flux to happen because it's what allows the Doctor to get regenerative powers makes sense because that's how she founds Time Lord Society. But yeah, this one does feel a bit off in some areas. Claim 3. A new master will appear in the Vanquishers alongside other returning characters. Tecteun is the Doctor's mother. Okay, so we're already seeing a bit of contradiction here with the last claim that said that Vinder and Bell are the Doctor's parents. Joe Martin is in episode 6. Jericho is a master before Saxon, and Diana and Jericho does not appear in the next 2 episodes, as he is shown as the Master from then. In episode 6, Jericho Master meets Chantho, last seen in series 3's Utopia. The Division actually punished the Master by taking him to the end of time and forcing his human conscience on him. Interesting, because I thought the whole point was that he took that human conscience in order to hide from the Time Lords. It wasn't something that Time Lords did to him. Division counter Jericho Master and force him to regenerate and force his arch on him, then trap him at the end of time. This is where we are introduced to Chantho once again. Spy Master regenerates into Jericho, Jericho generates into Yana. Oh my god, this is all over the place. Jericho, a Division Master, Chibnall is using this season to tie into the RTD-style Doctor Who. Belle is not the Doctor's daughter from the Doctor's Daughter episode, but the Doctor's daughter from a previous life. She doesn't remember. Belle equals Doctor's daughter, Vinder equals irrelevant. I don't even know what to make of that. That just seems all over the place. I can't see that happening, to be honest with you. Honestly, out of these claims so far, the most likely one to me seems like Claim 1. And then we have Claim 4. Captain Jack will return in the 3rd 2022 special. I'm going to say this now, probably not going to happen. Captain Jack is said to feature, and we will supposedly see his transformation into the face of Bo. Chibnall and RTD have agreed to tie up Jack's story in the 3rd special with the 30th Doctor being Jack's last Doctor. Yana's actor does not appear in the episode, but we do get to see Chantho for a few seconds. Jack will appear, but whether he'll appear as the face of Bo is uncertain. Okay, so this seems to be tying into the previous claim, because like some of these I think are taken from a Discord and some of these are taken from somewhere else. I don't know, it's a bit of a mess. I can't see Captain Jack coming back again, although I suppose if they did want to write out the character, having the 30th Doctor be Jack's last Doctor in the timeline, and having him end up as the face of Bo, I guess, would be a way of writing out John Barrowman after recent controversies without just forgetting that he exists. But I don't know, I still can't see that happening. But that's about all we've got time for on this very interesting Doctor Who leak. Let me know what you guys think of any of the claims made in this video. I'm personally like 99% that most of this is like wrong, but there are smidgens of it that I could see happening. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you later.